Does anybody remember how cool it was to see this moment happen in Dragon Ball Z history? Goku and Vegeta fusing into Vegeto. In my opinion, guys, I think it doesn't get any better than when the fusion comes up. Honestly, I do love Gogeta a lot, but I feel like Vegito really just had like something different about him, you know? He really came in and he just basically was just a badass from the beginning. So, what exactly was Vegito? Well, it's simple. Vegito started off basically as a temporary solution for them to stop Majin Buu. And obviously, Goku and Vegeta knew that they couldn't just beat Majin Buu by themselves, so they had to resort to fusion. And honestly, I'm just going to go on record and say this whole entire speech that Goku gave to Vegeta about convincing him to let go of his pride is without a doubt one of the coolest moments in the series. And the fact that it took for Goku to say that Bulma and Trunks are gone and that Vegeta and him need to fuse, it really just showed like Goku really knew how to get Vegeta to like really like let go of that past that he was living through. Because Vegeta is such a prideful person, so for Vegeta actually willing to actually care about Bulma and Trunks and just to see like, okay, I need to actually put aside my pride and help beat Majin Buu. I mean, this was one of the coolest things ever. They combined into one, and then this is how Vegeta was born. And from the moment he was born, it was one of the coolest things to ever see. He literally comes in, he's taunting Majin Buu, he's making fun of Majin Buu, and he even was able to go Super Vegito. And of course, we all know that Vegito was basically toying with Majin Buu. He was so powerful he could have killed Super Buu in this fight, but the fact was he actually did let himself get absorbed on purpose. And that's of course, as we already know, like that's how the whole entire fusion timer wore off and everything. But for just the moment that he was on screen, even if it was just for like 45 minutes that he was on screen, he actually really did leave a big presence. And it almost makes me wonder, like, what would have happened if they never did unfuse? Like, what if they did stay like that for an entire time throughout the whole entire rest of Dragon Ball Z? I think I've seen people even say, like, they legit thought Goku and Vegeta were actually never going to come back because Vegeta was going to actually be stuck as the main character, which would have been kind of interesting to see. So yeah, so Vegeta really was cool. I mean, he just had so many cool things about him, and like just everything about like his clothes, his hair, his Super Saiyan transformation, his moves list, which by the way, the final Kamehameha actually didn't appear in the show. It actually appeared in a game first and then it appeared in the show. So it's actually really interesting to see. So he was really just dominant in this whole entire fight. I mean, there was even a point where he got turned into a candy and Majin Buu was trying to eat him as a jawbreaker, essentially, and he still was able to be able to give Majin Buu a beating. So it's really just interesting to see what Vegeta was really capable of. And of course, we're just going to have to talk about the obvious elephant in the room. He got absolutely nerfed in Super. Like, just think about that. You guys just saw how one of the greatest fusions in all of Dragon Ball Z history was born. But let's just talk about Vegito and Dragon Ball Super, too. So, obviously, the situation is dire. It's Goku and Trunks and Vegeta going against Zamasu and Goku Black. They already fused to become Fused Zamasu, and we could already see like basically where this was heading. Now, I ain't gonna lie, guys. I didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball Z, so like seeing like how Vegeta and Goku fused at first, like when I saw it, like a few years like after Dragon Ball Z came out and everything, it really was cool to see. Of course, now I know for people who were probably watching it live, it was probably one of the coolest things ever. But seeing Vegito for the first time in Dragon Ball Super, because this is what I grew up watching, this was without a doubt one of the coolest things to ever see. Like, hands down. Just the fact that I was just like, oh my gosh, like Vegito is actually coming back into Dragon Ball. Like he's really gonna come back, and I never forgot that time. I never forgot how exciting it was to be like, oh my god, like we're gonna see Vegito actually come back and he's gonna take down Zamasu, and it's gonna be like a few episodes we'll have with him and everything. And yeah, it didn't go the way we had anticipated it going. But still, it's still cool the fact that even though when he did show up, it was still really cool to see um, how much of a threat he was to Zamasu. And obviously, they explained why Vegito's fusion wore off, and it's just as simple as the fact that, there's a time limit on anybody who's not a Kai that uses the Potara earrings, which I guess to an extent makes sense. But yeah, I was really expecting Vegito to kind of do more in this fight. I was really disappointed to just kind of see like how nerfed he got. He literally came in, beat Zamasu, a few punches and kicks and whatnot. He used his final Kamehameha, and then that was it. Like that's all he really did. And then he was going to use this like big fist, and he was going to basically try to kill Zamasu, I think. But then that's when the Potara wore off. And it's really cool though to just see like though how even though it was only for 5 minutes, it just shows how powerful he really was. Because that's the thing, guys. Like even though he didn't last that long in this fight, he still did leave an impression on Zamasu. And the fact was Vegito really is that powerful. Now, of course, we can sit here and debate who's stronger between Gogeta and Vegito all day. I mean, it really is just Goku and Vegeta at the end of the day. They're just using different forms of fusion. But personally, I feel like Vegito is definitely one of my favorite characters in the whole show. And we haven't seen Vegito since that fight, but I won't forget that episode happened and I saw Vegito going against Zamasu. I was so disappointed in just the fact that literally that's just how it ended. Was basically just he got he came in, he did a few things, and then just was basically that was it. So I was really disappointed with that fight overall, but I will say, like looking back at it now, it's just the fact that like his presence like was still known. And of course, obviously when we play the games and everything, I mean, he's still always one of the best characters to play as. I mean, Vegito really did just leave an impression just for being on the screen for literally just like 3 episodes in the original Dragon Ball Z. The fact that he was brought back in Super, I never even thought we were going to see Vegito come back, I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to talk about Vegito, really. I mean, like I said, he's really, without a doubt, one of the coolest characters. And, like, I even like his personality, too. It's like he's kind of got a bit of Goku's playfulness, but Vegeta's ego as well, and his pride in some way. So it's really cool to see that they take both of the characters' traits and kind of fuse it into one. So that's something else really cool about Vegito as well. I don't have anything else to say, guys. What do you guys think about Vegito overall? Did you guys enjoy his overall entire presentation in Dragon Ball Z or even Dragon Ball Super? Because I was disappointed, I'll admit, but I still thought he was cool to see in Super. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll just see you guys in the next one. Peace.